Welcome to another episode of our boat story. Today we continue on the Trent-Severn from the top of Loch 13 via several more lakes and locks to the bottom of Loch 18 in Hastings. Join us today for another adventure. Aloha, we are Sava, Cynthia, and Alex along with our two dogs, Lucy and Shadow. We're traveling America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile North American waterway from Florida to Canada and back down via the Mississippi. Follow us on this journey on our boat called Mahalo. Thank you. Have a good day. That's the canal right there. Cindy, if you can turn the generator on for me.
Yes. So I let our dogs out of the master stateroom because they need to get this drink of water. We're trying to catch them a chance to hit their little pad outside in between locks. Look at that pretty cabin there. They even have a little solarium off the back in addition to their deck. Alex, you can turn off your radio to save it. Thank you, babe. Look at the beautiful weeping willows right down to the water's edge. So just before we entered the last lock, Saab thought he saw a stick in the water, and it was actually a large muskrat swimming along. So I'm sure there's more muskrats in these reeds.
Pretty spillway here on the left side. Power plant on the right. It looks like the lock is open for us. This is lock number 14. Alex was good enough to move all our fenders from the port to starboard for this lock. It's just once you enter that U shape in front of the lock, the current is just all over the place and our boat gets pulled one side, left side, front gets one way. It's a bit of a challenge to go into the lock. So we got the current from the hydroelectric plant plus current from the spillway. So here we have Crow Bay, and this is the lockmaster's house. There's Alex right there. Crow Bay Lock 14. Looks like a big boat on the top here, and that's I think what I saw. We're still filling, got a good another 6 feet to go. I'm gonna go over here and see Cynthia in the back. Here's Cynthia holding up the back end with Hano. All right, we're gonna go all the way and take a quick peek. All the way down. It's a long way. And look at this campground right here. Got a little campground going on right on top of the lock. So right here is the spillway. You can see it's a pretty one though. It doesn't look very deep. Just looks like a pretty spillway though. So we are here on the top of 14, and looks like we got 3 locks in a row, right? That's what they said. Yep. 15, 16, 17 before we get a break for like 7 miles or something like that. That really pulled me just now. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, I'm gonna turn off. I'm gonna take the headset off. I can't turn it off right now. Gotta focus on the drive. Yeah, the current is really, really strong right afterwards here. This was lock 14. Yeah, the current is rather strong here. But I think we're good now. Got it under control.
After lock 14 is this adorable little island that these people have their own little dock, their own little picnic table, and it's just so cute. Look at this. And I guess power goes under the river and across, it appears. But how cool is this? Their own little house on their own private island. Probably been in the family for years, but how adorable is that? Wow. Looks like somebody else has some setup over there. Alex is looking out the front. We're charging our headsets because these locks are so close together. But the channel is very narrow here, and as you can see, they've got a warning between 2 cement surfaces out here to go just to stay right within the channel. And we are listening. Over here is some nice little homes with little docks right here, right by the water's edge. This one looks like somebody's working on this. Some dog is happily jumping in the water to swim. I can see the tail wagging. He's retrieving something. So Alex, you ready for a port side tie?
Sorry?
Port side, this next one. So
quickly, let's just pan the camera. All of a sudden, big smile.
I know, right? It's a lot on the person driving the boat. The captain has a lot to deal with.
The currents around the locks are really, really fierce. At least for our boat.
For a 50-foot boat.
As I enter, it swings the boat this way, then this way, right before you enter the lock, and you go, I don't know if I can straighten this out. And as soon as you exit, there's the spillway, and the spillway pulls the boat to the spillway and then shifts it back this way. So yeah.
We sashay our way into the locks.
It wouldn't be bad, except both sides you have very shallow waters. We got 3 feet right here. And so we'd be aground immediately.
If we go over there, and then
to the right or
and
left.
Here's you can see on this side how close this is to get out. So it's a challenge for sure.
Yeah.
So-
They tell me the Georgian Bay is like that as well. You have to follow that channel, and channel can be quite narrow. We've seen some of those.
Yeah.
Barely pass one boat through. But it's beautiful. I mean, I wouldn't want to miss this. This is worth. It's not stressful to that point, but you have to pay attention. You can't just put it on autopilot. That being said, it is on autopilot right now.
Captain's taking a break.
So this is Crow Bay right here. 14, lock 14 and lock 15. Really big. The wind just picked up and almost picked up Alex's stand-up paddleboard and sent it over, but the railing caught it. Unfortunately, we have to have it here because it's a port side lock through, and so he's sitting on it right now, hoping that'll solve the problem until we can get it back on after this lock. But boy, they have almost like a lake here on this canal.
Very nice homes before lock 15, and we'll be back over here on the left or port side. We're trying to figure out what this white foam is. It's almost like underground rapids, isn't it? There's a lot of seabirds around. We just don't understand what the white is. It almost looks like, I don't know. But birds are all around, so there must be food there. Maybe it's just how the currents are eddying around this opening.
There's supposed to be a red buoy there. There is no red buoy.
Oh, there's a red thing here, and then you've got a warning. Do you see that? Alex, you
Yeah, but the red
good?
buoy is missing.
I need to bring you a pole, Alex. We're at the lock, and I'll bring you your headset.
All right, so right in front of us is lock 15. Lock 15 is a port side, and they haven't opened the door yet. And we just came out of Crow Bay, which is kind of windy, as you can see. The waves really are picking up. We're hoping that they'll open it up so we don't have to tie up in front. But it's not going very quickly. So we'll see. I don't see any water dropping, so maybe there's a boat in there already. There's like a rat crossing the river right there. Muskrat, yeah. So we've been hanging around here at lock 15. As you can see, there's now 2 boats up there. We were waiting, I don't know how long, 15, 20 minutes now. All of a sudden there's 2 boats in there, and who knows, there could be more up there that have to drop in. It's just such a narrow channel. We got a lot of grass in here growing underneath here. So we're just trying to hold steady and hopefully not suck that into our filters. That's what's happening right now.
In lock 15, and the water's starting to churn, which means the boats are going to be going down. So we had a wee bit of a scare because the holder for the paddleboard tried to like slip through the cracks over here. So Alex is sitting on his board until we get inside the lock. We're waiting, so that's what's going on. But it's kind of cool to see the water being forced out into the canal here as those boats go down. Once they come down, we'll be going in, and then there are 2 locks adjacent to each other, so we'll be able to lock through 2 consecutively. So that's what we're doing. So the 2 boats that are inside lock 15 are not visible now, so that means they're being lowered. Once they get all the way to the bottom, the gates will open, and that we have to wait for them to exit, and then we will enter. And they have them side by side, but when a single boat is going in, you have to go to the port side because the valves in these locks, for this lock 15, the valves push you over to the port side. So for your safety, you're supposed to be on that side. Now, I guess because they had 2 boats they wanted to get through, they went ahead and allowed one to be on the starboard and one to be on the port side. You can still see the water churning down below. So our original goal of going to lock 18 may not be able to do because we've waited here almost over like 30 minutes. So the last lock closes at 5:30. We may not quite make it to that lock 18 as planned. So we'll just see. the duck on the front. That's cute. There's a duck on the front. Hi!
Aloha. So this is the top of lock 15 and hopefully the last one that is on the port side, right Alex?
Yes.
There's a big eddy over there. You can see it right between the bridge and the top of the gate. So the other lock is right up ahead, so it's really, really close. And they have a nice park area though here. Very nice park. So this is a double lock, number 16 and 17, I guess, right? And 17. Okay, so these are tall locks, like 24-foot locks, and we're going to go in here, and we should be good to go here. So this is lock 16 and 17. Here's Alex holding on for dear life. And it's a double lock, which means right behind there is another wall of water that's going to take us to the tippy top. 48 feet each time we go up. See some people watching us. And they have a nice little park here. Let's go peek in on Cynthia. There she is right there, holding on for dear life with Hanu in tow. It's not raining. We just closed all the windows thinking it was going to be raining. Aloha. And look how far it goes down. We're going to stick this up there. What you guys see, that's quite a drop down there. We're going to do this one more time. All right, time to get back to the bridge. So this is the top of lock 17. We've got 14.2 miles to go. We thought we could get to the top of 18. Yeah, we would have to go 15 miles an hour to get there, and that we're not doing that. So we're going to get there about an hour after the lock closes. There's Alex right there. Quick view of the lockmaster's house. Here's Cynthia in the rain. We should be out of here in just a moment, though. I'm going to give you a peek of what it looks like looking all the way down this combination lock, double lock. All right, going to go back to the bridge because the operator actually does it from the control room there. The last time I was standing here filming and the gates were already open. Aloha. So it started to rain right as we got to the top of 17. Alex is putting his board back here, his stand-up paddle board, because we have no more port side locks. And tonight we're going to be staying at the bottom of 18 because there's no way we can make it to the top of 18 at this point. It's about 2 hours away, and with the rain we're going to slow down anyway. So that's our story right now. It's just going to go down here and enjoy the rain and no waves. Tell them what you see there.
Yeah, that looks very narrow.
each buoy next to each other. Very tight. So it's getting late in the evening here. I think 5 o'clock. But you see the heading up to Lock 18, how close these markers are. I mean, they got to be 50 feet apart, maybe fit a boat sideways between them. It's quite narrow, and the water on either side is rather shallow. That's what we're dealing with right now. We still got like an hour and a half to go before we get to the bottom of Lock 18. So over there, I think it's some monument to something, but it looks pretty cool. And here's Dad behind the wheel. Yeah, giving a thumbs up. Aloha, we are 3 miles from Lock 18. We want to get to the bottom. Lucy, don't give me that look. We're almost there.
5:30? Is it already past?
Oh yeah, I think so. Oh. Yeah, way past 5:30. That's when they close. But what we're seeing here, we're saying, hey, there's a whole bunch of fishing boats out here. And no, it's not fishing boat. It actually looks like it's concrete markers. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be running the gauntlet here.
Somebody is shining a white light over there.
Yeah.
Just cars.
So we're going to be running the gauntlet. Some of these markers are so tight. I mean, it's less than 50 feet. We could not fit in there, you know, lengthwise.
We think that's just really dredge.
But that's the way it is. We're going to head straight for it and run this gauntlet. We are a little closer to these markers right here. Indeed, they aren't fishing boats. There is one fishing boat out there, but that's not the one I was thinking. Yeah, Cynthia says there's honey rum home.
It looks like
Yeah,
two eyes.
pretty though, all the stones, yeah. All right, I gotta get back to the bridge because we're heading too close to the port side.
There's the marker.
That's where it is, don't hit them.
And here's a small... So here's this giant unicorn. We saw one earlier, but I couldn't get a good picture of it at the house. So this family also has the giant unicorn, and they made a huge sand area for children. All the sand toys are there. How cute.
Aloha, we're slowly arriving at Lock 18.
The headsets are on. Grab one. Alice, over here.
And hopefully there's going to be some space at the lower side of the lock. Aloha and mahalo for watching our journey from Lock 7 on the Trent-Severn all the way up here to Lock 18. So tomorrow we will continue on to the Peterborough Lock. In the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe. Give us that thumbs up. We really appreciate that. And we'll see you again next week.